Hey, this is Josh Rogers. I lead the F3 Home Team, which stands for Faith, Family, and Freedom. That's our core values, and we're here to serve you. So, here in just about 20 seconds, I'm going to give you the top 5 reasons you've got to move to St. Augustine and move here quickly. We also have a bonus reason, number 6, that I'm going to save at the end of the video, which may be a little controversial, so it depends on where you land whenever we're talking about that specific topic. So here you go. I'm just going to give you the 5 right out of the bat. And first and foremost, the main reason to move to St. Augustine, St. Johns County, Florida, is the weather, the proximity to the beach, and the quality of life that all of that will create for you and your lifestyle, and the enjoyment for you and your family day in and day out throughout all the seasons. So we're going to dive into deeper about what that means with the weather, the climate, and also being close to the beach and St. John's River. Now, the second reason is the quality of life that comes with the cost of living. It is still incredibly affordable here when you take into account how close we are to the beach. Now, there's other areas of Florida which are wonderful, but you're probably about an hour away from the beach. Here in St. Augustine, literally about 15 to 20 minutes, and the beaches are fantastic. The third main reason that you got to move to St. Augustine is the school system, one of the best public school systems in the country, definitely in the state of Florida. We're going to talk more about that. Fourth reason is the job environment. There's booming businesses here in Jacksonville, St. Johns County, and St. Augustine, and 3 specific sectors. So we're going to dive deeper with that. So a lot of opportunity. And then the 5th reason is healthcare. We have excellent healthcare in Northeast Florida, including the Mayo Clinic. So I'm going to dive in a little bit deeper about specific healthcare in St. Johns County and St. Augustine. So, and then we're going to say that 6th bonus, I'm going to give you a little hint. It has something to do with the colors red and blue. That 6th bonus will be at the end, and I'm curious about your thoughts and your comments in response to that, regardless of where you stand on the fence. So let's dial it all the way back, roll up our sleeves, and go into why is it so exciting to move to St. Augustine, Florida, and what we're hearing for so many families that are very similar to the same stage of life that you are in. We talk to them often, every day, text messages, emails, social media, and phone calls, and we're hearing the reoccurring themes of why they're deciding to move here now and not wait. So first and foremost is the weather, the proximity to the beach. Right now, at the time of this video, we're in the middle of November, and it is glorious. Typically, the nights will get down in the high 50s. Days will be 75, low humidity, clear skies. It's fantastic. We will literally run this through November, December. It starts to get chilly, middle of January and February. And then March, April, beginning of May, beautiful. So we get literally 5 epic months, like perfect weather. I would say that's November, December, March, April, May. So like 4.5 perfect months of weather. Again, that's going to be 75 during the day, low humidity. Now, yeah, in the summer, it's hot, it's humid, it's like a big old sweaty swamp. And that's why they created air conditioning. So yeah, just brace yourself because when you hit July, August, September, whoo, buddy, buddy, buddy. For guys, I call it a 2-shirt day because you take one day for the first half, and then when you're all sweaty and stinky, switch it out, throw on your second shirt to finish off the day. But while it does get hot, we are so close to the Atlantic Ocean that you get that ocean breeze. So if you're in St. Augustine or anywhere in St. Johns County, North St. Johns County is where we have a lot of activity. You can access Meikler's Landing, which is Meikler's Beach, right along A1A, and that's an easy 20-minute drive. Now, if you're in St. Augustine or around State Road 16, that's even closer. Believe it or not, that St. Augustine exit off of Interstate 95 is the closest Atlantic beach exit along 95 in the overarching area. You can hop off 95 and be on the sand within 15 minutes. So that's going to make it very convenient for you to just some afternoon when you have open, say, hey, we're going to order pizza, kids, load up, we're going out to the beach just to hang out for an hour. The beautiful thing about the beach being so close is it doesn't have to be a full day event that just wipes us parents out. You can just bounce out there, bounce back, and it not be a big deal. And because it's so convenient and so easy, it allows us to do it more often and just enjoy it more. Oh yeah, and for all the New Jersey people that have to pay to get on the beach, you don't have to pay to get on the beach down here. Like, I can't wrap my head around that. I have a lot of friends and families that came down from New Jersey, and they're like, Josh, if we're going to go out to the beach, we'd have to, it'd be a couple $100 or something whenever you like take into account the access and the food and this and that and whatever. And I'm like, that's for the birds. They can have it. So the weather, the climate, and the proximity to the beach, it's fantastic. Also, don't forget, we are right next to the St. Johns River, which is a wonderful amenity. It's beautiful kayaking, boating, restaurants that's on the river is fantastic. You can rent a boat, pull it up to a restaurant, enjoy a nice sunset dinner on the St. Johns River. That's something a lot of people don't talk much about. And then in addition to that, there's the Intercoastal Waterway. So just before you get to the Atlantic Ocean, the Intercoastal Waterway, which starts in Texas, wraps all the way down around Florida, and runs all the way up to Maine, believe it or not. That's a wonderful additional amenity where you can take out boats, kayaks, canoes, stand-up paddle boards, and even go to dinner where there's restaurants, wonderful options with restaurants that are right on there and watch and enjoy a wonderful sunset. So you got to get to St. Johns County and St. Augustine for that reason alone. It's fantastic. Now, the second reason, quality of life and cost of living. What do I mean by that? Well, first and foremost, we hear it over and over again that the people here in Northeast Florida are so friendly. We're considered the polite South. Now, just because you're south doesn't mean that it's automatically polite, because probably as you go further south in Florida, you may lose that southern charm. But here in Jacksonville, St. Augustine, St. Johns County, it's still that southern charm, the slow, polite South. Whenever you go to the grocery store and walk into a gas station, people are going to talk to you, and we make eye contact with one another, we hold the door open for one another, and we smile. So it just makes you feel good. So that's going to be that wonderful kind of cultural community experience for your quality of life. Quality of life also transitions into cost of living. I mean, your dollar goes a lot further here in St. Augustine and St. Johns County. Real estate alone. Now, while real estate has skyrocketed over the past couple of years compared to other similar setups like we have, it's still affordable. And just on the outskirts of St. Augustine, you can get a wonderful home for $400,000, brand spanking new. Everything's new, never been lived in before, and you can be at the beach within 15 minutes. You can be in the epicenter of the excellent schools and growing commercial retail within 10 minutes. And so there's exciting growth. You're in the path of progress, new communities, new schools, new buzz, lots of outdoor activities. I've talked to a lot of families when after they move here, they say, Josh, we feel like we're getting years of our life back and that were stolen from the miserable winters. And they said, we feel like we're living a dream, or we're kind of like cheating life because this is too good to be true. And they say they never would move back. And so the quality of life alone will give you back years. And then it's just up to you to see how much you can really experience and enjoy that. And so your dollar goes further. You get more for what you have. Certainly there's no state income tax, so that's a massive savings right out of the bat. Even if you're working remotely, you can keep that Northeast income, work remotely, move down here. We actually have a lot of families that we talk to that they were planning on moving to St. Augustine when they retire, but now that they're able to work remotely, they're like, we're just going to move now and continue to work remotely. So we're going to take our retirement early without actually losing the income, which I think is fantastic. So now the third main reason you have to move to St. Augustine are the public schools. So that's what has put St. Johns County on the map, and it's the fantastic public school system. They're building new schools, it seems like every other year, because we've had such a big influx of families just like you that are coming here for all the same reasons you're moving here. And so the schools have been growing and growing and growing. And if anything, there's a lot of complaints that the schools now are overcrowded. So the county is responding and they're building more schools. Now, this is really exciting, but there's also growing pains that are going through it. But just know this, so many other families from all over the country are moving here because they value education. And people that value education, that's a reflection of what they're all about, how they live and how they run their household. So your kids and your family will be there alongside other kids and families that value the same thing. And so to be able to come here and have fantastic new public schools that are rated at the highest in the state of Florida, not have to pay for private schooling, that's a wonderful benefit. And that's a reason that you got to move here. The other reason to move to St. Johns County in St. Augustine, Florida, is the growing job market. Now, three major employers here in Northeast Florida is the Navy base, it's Mayport, and the Navy station over in Orange Park, so NAS Jax. The second one would be healthcare. A lot of booming healthcare here. The three big ones is going to be the Mayo Clinic, which is specialized and has a fantastic reputation, the best of the best. That's probably 35 minutes from St. Johns County. If you're down in St. Augustine, Mayo Clinic's probably going to take you 45 minutes to get to. But then there's also Flagler Hospital, which is in St. Augustine, and also another Flagler Hospital that is opening in Silverleaf. And then the Baptist Hospital, the Baptist Healthcare Network, a lot of new hospitals all around the area. And so the healthcare is top-notch, first class, close, and very accessible. And so that means that that's excellent for jobs, but then also it's excellent for your own personal health care. And then the third biggest employer here in St. Augustine, St. Johns County, and Jacksonville are the financial services sector. So the banking and the investing. If that's in your wheelhouse, well, fantastic. Now, there's plenty other companies and sectors and businesses that are exploding, growing, and expanding all around here because of, again, just the absolute climb and spike in the population growth. All of these businesses are now coming to serve the population. So the job market is fantastic. Job market is hot. It's not slowing down anytime soon. Now, the fifth reason, I just touched on it, it's actually healthcare for families and consumers. So if you have special healthcare needs for you and your family, or healthcare providers is very important to you, then you have wonderful options here that are the best of the best, first class, and not overly crowded. Now, here we are. We're at the end. The sixth reason, the bonus, the maybe controversial reason to move to St. Johns County and St. Augustine is it's very conservative here. Now, while Jacksonville just voted in a Democratic mayor, largely speaking in St. Johns County, it's very conservative, which is going to be much more red signs, if you will. And so that conservative value is just a sense of the surroundings and what people are about, what their focus is, what's important to them. And so we have a lot of families, this is not my opinion, this is just simply what we're hearing, that call me and they say, hey Josh, we're ready to move to Florida because it's more in alignment with our value system. And so that's what's pushing them out of where they currently live and attracting them here. So St. Augustine, St. Johns County, definitely going to be more conservative mindset. And it's nice to be surrounded with other people with the same value system. So if that's important to you, then that's another reason to move here. Now, this is what I would recommend. There's been a lot of growth over the past 3 years. I would say it's still a fantastic time to move here because there's still enough land really close to the central hotspots, the central areas that are growing. You're not going to be pushed 30 minutes or an hour outside of where all the action is happening. Now, who knows? In a couple years from now, everything is expanding and stretching to the outskirts of St. Augustine and St. Johns County. You're going to be further from where the action is. But right now, you can still get a wonderful home with a wonderful yard at a great price, close to the beach, close to the schools, close to where all the growth and development are. And then if we fast forward 5 to 10 years from now, I can't imagine what these prices will be and grow as the infrastructure, the businesses and everything continues to grow, continues to develop. Because this is what I do know. 10,000 baby boomers are retiring every day. And a lot of them want to move and retire to Florida. And Northeast Florida has excellent value for all the 6 reasons that I just gave you. So we're seeing a lot of families continue to move to the area, and I believe that we still have this wonderful window of opportunity for you to come and join us. So if this is on your radar, naturally you have questions. I'd invite you to reach out to my real estate team and I and let us find out what's important to you, what your goals are, and then walk you through that plan to set you up for success and find that perfect house for you and your family to become residents of the Sunshine State.